Hello everybody, and welcome. My name is Rin, and I'm going to show you the wonders of Faerun, more specifically the beasts that live there. In this series, we explore the entirety of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition bestiary in great detail. Come with me into the madness, the magic, and the horror of this great realm. Aboleths are lawful evil, bitter primordials that spend their whole lives planning to overthrow the gods. Full of hatred, they conspire how they might reclaim their old thrones as angry, terrifying rulers that use their innate psychic abilities to coerce every creature within radius into worship and sacrifice to the Aboleth. In the unfortunate event that a village is placed above a large enough mass of groundwater, an Aboleth may very well dwell there. The beast will slowly but surely take psychic control of all the denizens and force them to worship him, sacrificing other citizens and passers-by, melting the once sound minds of regular people and creating unthinking zombies forced to erect shrines and idols to the primordial amphibians. Aboleths have no specific clime they live in, rather choosing to settle in any deep, black, underground body of water near enough to those that can be manipulated. All underground surfaces within 1 mile of the Aboleth are covered in a viscous slime, turning dry land into difficult terrain. On top of that, all water sources within 1 mile of the Aboleth become supernaturally fouled, and all those deemed enemies of the beast vomit minutes after drinking the water. If the Aboleth dies, these effects fade after 3d10 days. They are prideful and greedy, and crave above all things the worship of other creatures. They also have racial memory, meaning they have a perfect memory of every Aboleth in their lineage. Due to this, they will never forget the bitterness of being cast down. The history of the Aboleth is as such. Long before the gods revealed themselves on Earth, there were other ancient and powerful beings, the Aboleths. Aboleths lived in primordial oceans and were essentially the gods of the time, worshipped by the burgeoning life forms they enslaved until the gods came down and crushed the Aboleth's empires. The false gods still remember their self-proclaimed betrayal, and thrive to regain their steading as malicious rulers. Upon initial inspection, it would seem that Aboleths existed before gods. However, due to the fact that in the world of the Forgotten Realms, gods existed before the physical plane did, it's most likely that Aboleths originated from a separate dimension and traveled here through the far realm using their psychic abilities before the gods decided to come down to the physical plane and reveal themselves. Aboleths are amphibious, fish-eel-type creatures with orange-pink underbellies and sea-green topsides. They speak deep speech and have telepathy, using their psychic powers so their language can be understood. They grow to an average of 20 feet and weigh an average of around 6,500 pounds. However, because they are fish, they will grow as long as they live and can become astronomically larger than the average provided there's enough time. They have 3 eyes placed vertically along their face with a large round mouth containing many rows of sharp inward-facing teeth below them. Aboleths don't have gills in the standard sense, rather using orifices near their mouth to breathe and speak their primordial language. Further down the body, it splits into a mass of 4 tentacles, making up over half of the overall length of the beast. They can use these tentacles to travel on land, slow as it may be. Aboleths have an armor class of 17, natural armor, with 18 d10 plus 36 or 135 hit points, a land speed of 10 feet, and a swimming speed of 40 feet. They have a history bonus of 12 and a perception bonus of 10. They have dark vision over 120 feet and a passive perception of 20. Their challenge rating is 10, and they mete out 5,900 experience upon death. Their stat block is as such: 21 strength, a plus 5 bonus, 9 dexterity, a negative of 1, 15 constitution, a plus 2 bonus with a plus 6 constitution save bonus, 18 intelligence, a plus 4 bonus with a plus 8 intelligence save bonus, 15 wisdom, a plus 2 bonus with a plus 6 wisdom save bonus, and 18 charisma, a plus 4 bonus. Assuming you're of stilled enough mind to resist the coaxing of an Aboleth before you reach their lair, they will most definitely attack you on sight, making sure you fight them on their turf should it come to that, attempting to instill fear whilst doing so. Of course, before even that, they will have hordes of beasts and humans defending their maze of chiseled stone, filling it with all sorts of dangerous traps and puzzles, along with mindless guardians willing to sacrifice their lives at the drop of a hat for their abyssal god. Aboleths have multi-attack, where they make 3 tentacle attacks. Their tentacle attack is a melee weapon attack with a plus 9 to hit and a 10-foot reach, 1 target. On hit, this attack deals 2d6 plus 5, or 12 bludgeoning damage. If the target is a creature, they must succeed a Constitution saving throw of 14 or face disease. The disease can be cured by any spell that cures disease. Upon infliction, the carrier feels no effect for 1 minute. After the minute ends, the infected skin grows translucent and slimy, and the creature cannot regain hit points unless underwater, and the disease cannot be removed unless by the heal spell or a 6th level or higher disease curing spell. When the diseased is outside a body of water, it takes 1d12 or 6 average acid damage every 10 minutes. This damage can be prevented by applying moisture to the skin before 10 minutes has passed. Aboleths have the tail melee attack. It has a +9 to hit and a 10-foot range. It attacks one target. On hit, it deals 3d6 + 5 or 15 bludgeoning damage. Aboleths also have the enslave ability that they can use 3 times a day. The Aboleth targets one creature it can see within 30 feet of it. That target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of 14 or become magically charmed. This charm persists until the Aboleth dies or moves to another plane of existence. The creature charmed is controlled by the Aboleth and can't take reactions, and the two can telepathically communicate over any distance. Whenever the charmed takes damage, they can attempt the saving throw again. On a success, the control is broken. Also, once every 24 hours, if the target is at least 1 mile from the Aboleth, they can attempt a saving throw against its charm. Now, Aboleths are legendary creatures, and as such, they have a selection of legendary actions. For those of you who don't know, a legendary action is a bonus action that legendary creatures can use after another creature's turn. During each round, they can only use a legendary action once. However, the actions are regained at the start of the Aboleth's turn. The legendary actions for the Aboleth are: Detect. The Aboleth makes a perception check. Tail Swipe. The Aboleth makes 1 tail attack. And Psychic Drain. This attack costs 2 legendary actions. One creature charmed by the Aboleth takes 3d6 or 10 average psychic damage, and the Aboleth regains hit points equal to the damage dealt. And again, as a legendary creature, Aboleths also have lair actions. These lair actions automatically have their own initiative of an unnatural 20 and will be placed in the turn order, losing all ties. When it comes around to the turn of the lair action, 1 of 3 may be used per round. The Aboleth can cast Phantasmal Force without the use of components on any amount of creatures it can see within 60 feet. While maintaining concentration on this effect, no other lair actions may be used. Phantasmal Force is a 2nd level illusion spell that can be maintained for up to 1 minute. This spell fills the mind of a creature with any illusion that is an object, creature, or phenomenon, unless the creature succeeds on an intelligence save, which, in the case of the Aboleth, would be a DC 16 saving throw. The affected creatures will be wholly convinced that what they're seeing is real, and any creatures within 5 feet of the illusion they see will take 1d6 psychic damage on the Aboleth's turn, or any creature that enters the radius will take damage. That illusion must be something that could naturally attack if it were real. The target can, however, make an investigation check on the illusion, dispelling it on a success. The second lair action is that all pools of water within 90 feet of the Aboleth surge outward in a grasping tide, attempting to drag any unfortunate souls into the dark waters. Anyone within 20 feet of the water must make a DC 14 strength save or be dragged up to 20 feet towards the water and be knocked prone. The lair action can't be used again until another one is used. The third and final lair action is that water in the monster's lair becomes a conduit for its rage, and it can now target any number of creatures within 90 feet of it in the same body of water that it can see. All targets must succeed on a DC 14 wisdom saving throw or take 2d6 or 7 average psychic damage. Like the last lair action, this one cannot be used again until another lair action is used. Lastly, Aboleths have the ability to create an illusory image of themselves within 1 mile from their lair. They can spawn this copy in any area they have seen before, or in any location a creature charmed by the beast can see. Once created, the image lasts as long as the Aboleth holds concentration, much like any spell. Though not physically tangible, the illusion sounds, looks, and moves just like the Aboleth, and the image can act as a conduit for the actual Aboleth to sense, speak, and use telepathy as if it were really there. As soon as the illusion takes damage, however, it disappears. And so, friends, Hopefully now you have grander insight into implementing this eldritch horror into your campaign. May it terrify your players and give them a true fight for their survival. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.